lifting is kind of a stupid activity.
Are you totally deranged?
Now, what do I mean when I say that? Because of course I'm being a little bit facetious. I'm not talking about pause deadlifts. Of course everybody thinks that pause deadlifts are stupid. They are a form of medieval torture. And my apologies, because this is going to be a little bit free-flowing stream of consciousness. But what I mean is this, right? We pick up weights, we set them back down. They end up in the same place. We squat weights down, we squat them back up. They end up in the same place, right? This is like running the 400-meter dash in track. You end up in the exact same spot that you started in, so what's the point? We literally do zero work if we actually do the work calculations because we end up in the same spot, all right? So what is the point? The major point is that it makes our lives better. It makes the quality of our life better. Now, I'm not specifically talking about the actual act of training. That will come and go. There are going to be days, there are going to be months, there are going to be years where you love your training, and there's going to be plenty of days, plenty of times where you really would rather not go. You just got to punch the clock anyway. You just got to go in and do it. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the act of training. I'm talking about the results of training. We train because we get stronger, because it makes everything else easier. Now, for someone who's in high school, maybe that means that we are better at our sport, right? We can generate more force, so we take the skill that we already have, and it makes us better because we are now a stronger, more powerful athlete. But as we get older, let's talk about getting into our 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. This strength is just not life improving, it is life changing. It changes the quality of our lives because what we do in here never gets any easier, because it doesn't, right? You get stronger, you just add more weight to the bar. So what we do in here never gets any easier, but because of that, everything out there becomes easier. You take someone, maybe it's me, and I'm 80 years old and I've never trained before, and I take my squat from nothing. I can't even squat to depth with a bar on my back. I can't even squat to depth without a bar on my back. And suddenly, slowly I should say, over time I get to the point where I can squat to depth, and then maybe I add a bar, and then over time I add weight to the bar, and now I've got my squat up to 50 pounds, 75 pounds, 100 pounds, whatever. The numbers don't really matter, but the point is, it is very possible, we do this all the time, to double someone's strength. You double someone's strength. Now you make every single step that they take up a flight of stairs, for instance, that much easier. Because maybe every single step used to take 50% of their total strength. Now every single step, and we're just making up numbers here, but we've doubled their strength, so now every single step only takes 25% of their strength, which means by the time they get to the top of that flight of stairs, they are no longer exhausted. They are less of a fall risk. So being stronger improves our quality of life, especially as we get older. It increases the density of our bones, very important if you're trying to fend off osteopenia or osteoporosis. All right, so we train because strength makes everything better, right? It's why our motto is get stronger, live better, because it actually increases the quality of our life. So it never gets easier what we do in here, but because of that, everything out there does get easier. This is why we train. This is why we do stupid things like pick them up and put them back down again. Hope this helps you get stronger and live better.